again after a pretty long hiatus, I guess you could say, from just sort of going back to Stardew Valley again. It's sort of becoming like all I've streamed apart from the odd other game every now and again, the odd Overwatch or the odd, I don't know what else I streamed. What else did I stream? I don't know, exactly. I don't know, what else did I stream? But yeah, so we're back at Stardew Valley again, like I said. I should stop repeating myself. And I thought now would be a good time to stream, as how long am I in? Tough. So we're about a quarter of the way, excuse me, we're about like a quarter of the way to spring already. Spring, I meant winter. And I wanted to play a few days into winter before I would stream. I wanted to do it last night, but I figured I should probably play a couple days into the winter, just so like it's not. There's a better chance that we'll get to spring, which is a hell of a lot more interesting to watch somebody play than through the winter. Because the winter is very much just. It's basically just finding other ways to make money, because I can't plant crops. And mainly I just fish. Like, I just fish for money, which is good money, but it's not something that's, like, fun to watch. But today I'm actually going to head over to Robin's house, because as you can see, journal. Oh. Because as you can see right here, I've got some more money, and I wanted to upgrade my house, the final upgrade, to add a cellar. Cellar. I can add a cellar to your house. The cellar can be used to age certain products, like wine and cheese. It will cost 100,000 G. Are you interested? Yes, I am. Thank you. I'll get started tomorrow, which I should be finished in around 3 days. It's great. I still got a decent sum of money. I wanted something to fall back on. Just like real life. And let's see, I kind of want to buy some furniture. Kind of would be fun. Actually, let's go out. Actually, you know what? I wanted to buy a window for the house, just something more for the house. And I just want to head down. Oh wait, no, the store's closed today on Wednesdays. Damn it. Why is that? Why would you close it on Wednesday? Freaking hate that. I was hoping to see how much the catalog could cost, because I wake up this morning in the game, not in real life. I wake up this morning and Leah just completely did some weird things to the house. I don't know if you saw the bedroom, but the bedroom was completely green, grass carpet, grass wallpaper, and it's just like, it looks kind of odd compared to the rest of our house, which is very much just rustic, simple type of deal, and then it's just like green all over you. Welcome to the jungle, like. And I didn't like it, but I kind of want her to have something. Like, I want her to have something from the house. Like, I want it to feel like she's got a say in what's going on here. I don't want to control everything, because that implicates something kind of odd. So I'm like considering now either or. Just should keep the wallpaper or the carpeting. And I'm thinking the wallpaper, because I would much rather have the wood floors back than the wallpaper. But actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go to bed today, because I got nothing else to do. Nothing to sell. You know, I wanna get started with the production of the cellar. I can't wait for that, because all of the stuff I use to make wine and to, you know, collect ores and recycle stuff and all that type of deal, that's all in the kitchen. And it's like cluttering up the area. Like, the kitchen ain't a bad spot for it, but you know, it'd be nice to have a cellar for that. We could just clear up the dining room kitchen area. Also, she put hardwood in the kitchen, and I don't know if I like that. I kind of liked The checkerboard. I don't know, it just felt classic, like it was just a nice classical house. Oops. A few inches of snow tomorrow, alright. Ooh, I see a glimmer within my scrying orb, a shard of knowledge for the future. Somewhat mildly perturbed today. Luck will not be on my side. There is a couple of fish you can only find in winter, squid and ling cod. Squid can be caught from the ocean in the evening, ling cod can be found in fresh waters all day. Of course, there's rumors of extremely rare and unique fish that can only be found in particular seasons, but I don't have any information on them. Well, we already know a lot about that. What does Leah have to say about today? I was thinking, life's too short to eat bad food. Luckily, we live in one of the best regions for fresh greens and vegetables. Here, I made you a healthy salad. Well, thank you. I'm surprised you aren't sick of my salads yet. Oh, I forgot. Patient, I still have a lot of work to do. Okay. Alright, feed the dog. How's it doing? It's doing good. Let's feed the dog. We'll check up on the chickens. Oh yeah, I got a duck. Well, so this is the duck. Her name is Karen. I figured those just the first thing that popped up in my head. There's no funny story behind it. It's just the first thing that popped in my head. Or maybe I'm sorry about that. Maybe there is a funny story. I don't know, because Karen is such a. Okay, could they I hate this. They always get in the way of the feeding trough, and I just get really pissed off. No, stop. Oh my god. I can't walk through them like you can with the townsfolk. You just have to nudge them out of the way, and it's really annoying. I hope the music ain't too loud, because lately I've been going back on my other streams from Stardew Valley, and the music was so loud. It was so loud I could not focus on anything, and it was bothering me. As a viewer, I did not want to watch my own video, because the music was so distracting and you could barely hear me speaking. And the whole point of this stream, from what I like to think, is... No, I have 3 cows. Look at that purple star quality milk. And eggs, too. I've been getting purple star quality, eggs and milk, and... I don't want to... And I'm told, just best not to sell those, or best not to turn them into cheese, or whatnot. Just sell them as is. And also, I finally completed the pantry bundle, and I unlocked myself the greenhouse, which I'm pretty proud of. I'm really glad I got the greenhouse. I can now start growing stuff all year round. I'm thinking I could turn this into maybe somewhat of an orchard. At least year round it could be an orchard. I'll probably plant some other crops around here in the future. But I didn't want to buy any saplings because, like I said, but I was still focusing on trying to save up enough money so I could add the cellar to my house. But I got that, so it's a relief to know that I don't gotta worry about house upgrades anymore. It's good. In fact, I'm gonna add this window because I wanted to give the kids' room a second window. That looks much nicer. Should I change the wallpaper on the kids' room, which I prefer? I prefer that over the weird ass dinosaurs. Did you have anything to say? Nope. Alright, so let's go into town. Let's sell all the stuff we've got, and see if we can buy a catalog so I can spruce up the house a little bit. Really interested, because most of the stuff all the stuff I got for the house was pretty local. Never ordered from a catalog before, so we can get the modern, new age type of shit. Up here. Seeds for sale? Really? I don't have any seeds. Oh, you do. You have saplings, but not seeds. Liar. No, I can't sell the salad, that's mean. He gave that to me. And I'm gonna eat it right now. Even though I don't really need it. I'm gonna eat it. Alright, sold everything, made some good money. God, looks 30,000. Alright. Try to get to 100,000. What's this? Georgia cola for a soup I'm making. Why do you need soda for a soup? That sounds kind of gross. Elliot sent that. Okay, Elliot. This is weird, but I will be happy to oblige. Oh, it's not opened yet. I guess I'll just go to the Joja Mart. Buy a soda to put in soup. Fuel your life. Alright. So let's go see where Elliot's at. Give him the soup. I see a new guy just joined. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Glad you could make it. If you want to, like, join in on the chat, you know, talk to me about whatever life brings us. Oh, here it is. The Georgia Cola I requested, and it's a beautiful one, too. Thank you very much, Dustin. Okay. Yes, beautiful. But anyways, if you want to join me up in the chat, you can always check out YouTube. My YouTube is Golden Wings 02. There should usually be a space in front of the 02. And you'll find just a little drawing of my face that is supposed to be, supposed to be a general idea of what I look like. So if you ever wonder what this guy looks like, this lonely kid looks like, get an idea. Just haircut. Haircut's pretty accurate. So if you want to just join me in the chat, maybe give us, you know, whatever you want. I mean, that's half the point of a stream, right? So I can talk to people. That's half of the stream for me, at least. I can't really watch streams of bigger YouTubers, even ones I like. So many people over there that's like, well, what's the point? I might as well just be watching a video. The novelty's gone, you know what I mean? Like, smaller streams are much more fun. So just get to, like, talk to people and chat and shit. It's fun. A bone food, alright. Never seen this thing before. But yeah, Golden Wings 02, my YouTube. If you ever want to just say something. Whatever you want. You can call me names, I really don't care. I'm just gonna fish for some more money. Buy that catalog so I can replace that ugly shit that Leah put in. But, Jesus. I'm gonna try and, like, keep from fishing as much this stream, because I know, like, that's not really the most fun thing to watch when you're playing the game. It's just be sitting around fishing. But, you know, that's kind of what I do all winter in this game. I just kind of fish, because it's a good way to get some money. I'll fish until, like, 3 o'clock in game day. So I can find treasure. Sometimes I get shit for bundles in the treasure, or stuff that contributes, and it's like, it's really helpful. Roar and some bait. Let's put that on there. Hey! What's this? I forgot how to put this on. Oh, whatever. Some shit. Hope you're having a good time playing the game. I am. is Sean, is that, if that's how you say your name? I'm very sorry if I butcher that. Oh, well, if I butcher that at all, I'm very sorry. But I am having a good time. I love playing this game. It's a really fun game to play when you just, like, when you don't really want to, like, stress about anything. When you want to play a game, but you don't want to, like, I don't want to say challenge myself. It's like, that's fun in a game, but if you don't want to, like, stress about anything, if you just kind of want to sit back and just kind of relax, and it's a good game. And I figured it'd be fun to stream this game way back when I first started, which was, what, like, not a year ago, maybe. It had to have been last winter, probably. That's the earliest I can recall. Maybe a little earlier, I don't know. Jesus. This guy's a fighter. With the link card. Alright, no more fishing. No more fishing for you guys. Because it's not fun to watch. But you know, I'd always be thinking about, whenever I play this game, it's like a fun game that I play whenever I need to think about stuff in life. Or sometimes, like, just thinking in general. I just like to think about stuff in life in this game. And I thought, you know, why not just, like, stream that? You know, I can just, like, do it, and I can say it. Okay, I pronounced it correctly, alright. But yeah, I'd always, like, think about shit. And I thought, what if I just, like, talked about it? Wait, oh, I forgot about the money. $75. Is there anything? Oh, I still have a lot of stuff that I need to do that I've just been ignoring. Deeper in the mine. You know, that'd be a fun thing to do. That'd be a fun thing to do, and I still have to, like, do the Adventurer's Bundle. I gotta get the slimes and the bat wings and whatever those two things are. Oh, I just need at least 2 of them. That puts a load off my mind. Just adjust my headset a little bit. And the mine carts are repaired. That'll be useful. That's not the way to the mine. That should be useful. We'll do that. We'll head up and go deep in the mine. I can't I'm not at level 40. I don't know how far I am at level 40. Yeah, the music is really, I love the soundtrack in this game. It is very soothing. Oh, there's the crystal fruit. I think Willie wanted this. Or maybe it expired. Oh, I'll stick with fruit. But yeah, the soundtrack in this game is really beautiful, and 30. Alright, I got 10 more to go. I can eat the fruit. Look, we're already at 31. Never know when I might need this stone. But something that makes the soundtrack even better, in my opinion, is the fact that it was made by, like, I mean, the guy who made this game, like, he made the soundtrack too, from what I believe. He, like, programmed it. Oh god, something's attacking me. Ow. Oh, it's the bat. Batwing, nice. You know, he programmed the game, he thought of the idea, he did the graphics, he did all, like, the messy programming work that comes into it. Oh, I hear something. There's a bat. Oh, come back here. Come back here. Oh, another one. Oh, he didn't drop one. That's shitty. Yeah, I don't know how far I'll be able to go down because it's actually really dark and I can't see anything. But yeah, like I'm talking about, can I craft a torch? What do I need? I need sap and wood. Okay. I'm sorry about the mic. If you like hearing me fumble around with it, it's just kind of, I don't know, acting up. It's late anyways. that was a nice, that was a decent little trip into the mine. I got a couple bat wings, and I'm gonna need that for the adventurers bundle. And yeah, I'll grab some torches, maybe get a little bit of food, have a bit more, be a bit more well prepared. What is Leah gonna say about this night? Both times delicate. Yes, it is. And farming never ends. Is there a level point where you maxed out everything? Yeah, when you yeah, like technically this game doesn't end. Like you could play this for as long as you want. And I don't know if there is an end. Like when you're talking about like an end point, like where everything's maxed out. I mean, let me see. Like you do have skills that you max out. So like there, I don't know what this wallet is. What? Dustin Granger. Is that his last name? I think that's just supposed to be he's like the Granger, but you know Granger's a last name. You know what? Yeah, let's just have that be his headcanon. Dustin is not my name. Like just so you know, that's not my real name isn't Dustin. I just figured like since this is a game where I'm gonna be forming like emotional attachment with, it'd be kind of awkward. I felt if they just like with romance, I felt it'd be kind of awkward if they just told me how much they loved me and my name, and I felt like I don't know. Okay, where was I at? Oh yeah, end point. I'm sorry, end point. But I think maybe the community center. I guess you could say like that's sort of like the end goal is to fully upgrade the community center, which means getting all the bundles. And all I have is two left, the boiler room and the bulletin board. Bulletin board's probably going to be the last, but I'm just working on the adventurers bundle. But I guess you could say that would be like an endpoint where you've done everything. But I mean, personally, this is a game that I could just like keep playing even after I finished everything. And they're constantly like, there's always updates going on in the game. I think the guy who made this game, Concerned Ape, that's like his screen name. I think his real name is Jared. I think it's Jared. I don't know. Jason. I think it's a J. It's a J name. But Concerned Ape is like I guess his screen name. He just said a lot of stuff about how like he has enough ideas and to like keep working on this game for years. And there is an update coming out, at least for console versions, which is what I'm playing on right now. There's an update for the console versions that's going to add multiplayer. That's sort of the big thing, but there's going to be other stuff in the game that'll be added, which will be really cool. Although Concerned Ape has said that he is working on another game, which is like, I think he said it's like Stardew Valley in a way, but a little different. So he's working on a game, but he's still gonna like focus on Stardew Valley, of course. So I mean, I guess you could kind of expect more updates, some more stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff that you could do with this game. Like I really agree when he says like there's so many ideas, because this game is like really ripe for potential and stuff you could do, like in terms of just like living off the land. I mean, one thought I always thought would be fun if like you opened up if there's like more careers you can have like a farmer or a fisherman or something. And these are I always thought it'd be fun if you could like own a shop or something, and you could like, that'd be a fun idea. What else? I don't know. Read the chat for a little bit. So I'm running over here, otherwise I'm confused. Some music in your voice. Well, thank you for the compliment on the voice. I never thought my voice would be soothing. It probably sounds a little weird right now, because this morning I had a bit of a episode where I was playing another game on my laptop, and the thing crashed twice in the span of like 10 minutes. So I kind of like yelled at it for a little bit. It's like, how could you fucking do this to me? So maybe I'll just like start screaming more often. But for the most part, this is my natural voice. I mean, that was this morning. This is like right now. It's like, let me check the time. It's about where I'm at. It's about 11 o'clock at night. So it's nighttime, and I don't really feel anything. Yeah, thanks for the compliment on the voice. I never thought my voice would be soothing. But this is just a really, but I do agree that this is relaxing game. It's like this game it actually makes me sleepy. Like I could take a nap like at like 6 o'clock and wake up at 9, and I could just play this game and it just like I get really relaxed and I just get tired. So hey, if I'm ever having trouble sleeping, I can't milk a sheep. If I'm ever having trouble sleeping, like, I should just like turn this game on because it's very relaxing. Maybe it's the music, or maybe it's just how simple it is. Maybe it just gets me thinking. And you know, when your mind is focused on one thought, they say it's like when your mind's focused on one thought, you sleep easier. Which is, yeah, I can understand that. I used to have a hard time sleeping myself as a kid because I couldn't keep my mind straight. Like, you know, my parents would just tell me, just go to sleep, Golden. Just like try and sleep. I'm like, how do I try and sleep? How do I stop thinking? Like, I can't stop thinking. The moment I stop, doesn't that mean I die if I stop thinking? You know, kid logic. Well, I mean, maybe it's not kid logic, because technically, the moment you do stop thinking will be when you're dead, or it could be brain dead, but you could argue that, you know, I mean, you might as well be dead if you're brain dead, if you end up like JFK's sister. It's an interesting form of history I learned. Was that JFK, his family, like I think he had a lot of siblings. He had a sister who suffered from like extreme mood swings, and this was like the 1950s, and we didn't know much about mental illness back then. So we like lobotomized a lot of people. So she went and got a lobotomy, and then pretty much like left her with the mental capability of a 2-year-old. And this was like this is like the Kennedy family secret. So they locked her in like a cabin up northern Massachusetts, I guess, I don't know, that's where they lived. And they just like locked her up in there until just like abandoned her, just kind of screwed up. How's Abigail doing? You know, she's a fan favorite. One thing I've learned, living here, everyone stares at you if you look different. Yep, that is true. I can say that is true. I don't look different. I fit in well into my town, but I live in a small town, and I'm guilty of this as well. But when some people look a little odd, you know, in their town, you kind of tend to look. I'm guilty of that as well. I'm from a small town as well. Oh yeah, mining. That's what we were trying to do. Is that what we're doing today? Reach level 40, which should be easy. But yeah, you know, I live in a small town, in, you know, rural America, so it's like, it kind of looks, it's not that everyone looks the same, it's just that everybody looks very average, you know, what you'd expect a person to look like. You know me, I fit in quite well, I like to think. ASMR artist. Hey, maybe. I don't know if I want to get into the ASMR game. Like, it's not really the thing I'm after. Although I'm not gonna complain if I'm like unintentionally ASMR. Like I'm not gonna if people come here because I'm like ASMR, then that's cool. But I don't know if I feel comfortable advertising myself as ASMR. Like nothing against ASMR. I can personally. I'm looking for. Personally, like sometimes I find it kind of uncomfortable. Like that's just my opinion. Like, if you like ASMR, that's great. But personally, I find it just a little uncomfortable because it's like kind of whisper. I don't know. I don't like people whispering in my ear. That kind of makes me uncomfortable. All right, let me make something. Let me make some sashimi. This I'll take with me. You're saying that you're living in a small town. Yeah, I do live in a small town. Way out in the country. But I like it. You know, like so, you know, I mean, you know, sometimes you feel like I want to leave my small town, go somewhere some culture. It's like, man, I got all the culture I need right here. Which I mean, think about it, ain't much, but it's home. Oh, kidding about the ASMR. Okay. But yeah, ASMR is kind of weird for me. But I can get, like, the nature side of ASMR. I totally get that. Like, if you just, like... But I don't know if that's ASMR. Like, I've seen it where they just call it ambience. And I much prefer... I'm more of an ambience kind of guy. Like, I much prefer... Like, that really helps me sleep at night. It's like, sometimes I'll, you know, woods, or... Sometimes it gives me inspiration, too. Because... You know, I'll be thinking of something to draw, and... Sometimes it's just nice to get, like, a setting, like one day I was feeling really nostalgic. This is like the middle of the winter, and I wanted to listen to some loon calls because the family owns a cabin up north, and it's by a lake, and there's loons up there, and every morning, every evening, I hear them call, and some people think it's haunting, but I think it's just like really pretty. Oh, that's a, what is that? Let me place the torch so what in the world are you? Ow! That's kind of creepy. We got an international viewer. I must be doing something right then. Getting all the way to sea, beyond the seas, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, to be honest, I've probably only, like in real life, I probably only know like a handful of immigrants, like actual people I know confirmed. And one of them is a part of my family. But I don't want to get into too much detail, you know. It's like family stuff, and I don't know if they'd appreciate, you know, me just telling other people online just about stuff. I don't know. Ooh, sap. Nice. Do I have wood? I don't. That sucks. I can't really make any more torches. But that's okay. We're not really just here to get to level 40, get the task done. Yeah, the heavy rain, I like that too. That's probably like just my go-to. I mean, you can't go wrong with rain, and sometimes I like the rain. Sometimes it's kind of bad when, you know, it gets serious and trees go down and the power lines go out. But when it's just rain, oh, the elevator, nice. But when it goes down and all, that's what happened last month, actually. Last July, around here, we got hit with, oh boy. So they're not really a zombie, which is good. He's just a little rock monster. A little rock gremlin. All those lanterns I know, that's good. I feel like maybe zombies would be a little bit too much for this game. That implies something really sad. But yeah, July, later in July. That was already there for me. Late in July, we got hit with a huge storm. I was just like, it was like a Saturday, and I was oh, I had to go to work. That's it. Oh my god, all that copper. Get some of that. And I remember it was the first time I was gonna go into work in about 2 months, because where I work, they just had done some serious renovations, so we were working on practically like a skeleton crew. I see a new guy has joined. Welcome, welcome. Oh shoot! Feel free to join the chat or just watch. I don't really care. Just as long as you're having fun. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. But I remember it was the first time I was working in like 2 months because renovations, and you know I'm getting ready in the morning. And I just get like a text from my mom, and she's like, you gotta get downstairs now. I'm like, well, just 1 minute, because like I don't know about anyone else, but it's like I can't do anything during the day if I don't like get ready in the morning. If I don't like, because I already set up a morning routine, and I'm, uh-oh. I think there's something's coming here too. It's more bats though, I'm not gonna mind. Oh my god, my energy's super low. Okay, I'm running. Oh, I don't want to leave the, oh, okay, well it's better than the alternative. Take this opportunity to read the chat. Goes quickly. I'll get my golden wings. That for 19. Oh, the number, that is the amount of money I got. So for whatever I'm gonna need that for furniture, for need money for anything. You know, you gotta make money. It's sort of living off the land for whatever money I may need. So mostly just like seeds or furniture, house improvements, tools. But you basically gotta start from square one. So like when you start with the game, you pretty much just start with a tiny little cabin, and your whole land, the whole land is just full of trees and brush and fallen logs. It's, you know, it's like a mess. So you basically, you know, clean it up, put some farms down, and make money. Put up a coop or a barn, get some animals going in. And there's like everybody in town too. There's like a whole bunch of townsfolk right here that you can meet and become friends and, you know, form relationships. It's very much like, oh, rock monster. It's very much like Harvest Moon, which is what Concerned AP said that he took a lot of inspiration from that game. I said Harvest Moon, you know, it's pretty much like this, but no different. More classic. That's an older game though. Haven't played the game yourself? Well, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. Okay, what's... Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. These things come pretty easily. How am I doing on energy? I'm doing good. I'm not really specifically setting out to get anything. Just trying to... just get to level 40, so hopefully I can get paid, and... hopefully, I'm saving up for a catalog. If you're just joining right now. I've said that millions of times. Go from mobile. Oops. Oh, it's getting late. Oh, geez, yeah. Oh, damn it. Oh, should I try and carry on? Because, like, you eventually pass out. Or try and carry on. Try and find a spot. But yeah, I don't believe the game is coming to mobile. Maybe it will eventually. It will make a good mobile game. But it is coming for a multiplayer. I believe on PC it's already multiplayer. But for console users such as myself, not quite yet, but the update is coming. Oh yeah, he's getting tired. Okay, I'd rather just go back to the mine than pass out with some of my items stolen. So let's just leave the mine. My family's probably worried. I'd be pretty worried too if my dad or my husband was fucking out till 1:20 a.m. in the morning on a Friday. But yeah, multiplayer will be coming to consoles soon, but it's not really like it's more like a 4-player co-op mode. So, you know, there won't be like huge servers. Be, you know, up to 4 players if there's co-op. Jesus, Robin is working non-stop. But, oh no! Oh my god. Couldn't even fall into bed, man? Come on. Well, at least it was like in my house. I believe if you pass out in your house, you're fine. Like, if it's like anywhere else, then like sometimes your items will be stolen. I don't have as much energy. So I must have woke up and crawled out in the bed. I don't believe. Yep, my stuff's still here. That's good. This is my important chest. I just need about four more bat wings, and I can complete that part of the bundle. Still gonna need some more slimes. That'll be important. Elijah, that's the name of my son. I got a son and a daughter. Elijah and Beatrice, that's what I named them. I figured those are pretty cool names. Oh my god, Stella's ready. Let's take all this. Alright, screw the mines. Screw the mines for today. Leo, what do you have to say about this grand occasion? I made us some coffee. What will be complete without coffee? I am not much of a coffee guy myself, to be honest. And that brings a lot of scorn to a lot of friends of mine. Holy moly. Alright. So how does this work? Is there something I can age? Well, let's actually... Okay, let's start by putting the stuff I moved from the kitchen down here. See, preserves jar, turns vegetables into pickles and fruit into jam. Oh, this is for... Okay, so this is for aging stuff. Okay, so I think this is where I put the cheese. And... I put the cheese and... what else do you age? Wine. You age wine. I should know that aged cheese works well. So let's put all this stuff. I don't want it hogging up. I don't know. Aged is pretty much like the best way to eat cheese. Because it gives it like the, you know, like the zing. A cheese factory, because, you know, of course we do. Like, from Wisconsin, for Christ's sake, of course we own a cheese factory. We can get aged cheese pretty much all the time, so we get cheese all the time. It's pretty nice. Jeez, you're hungry now, yeah? Nothing's stopping you from getting food. Thankfully. But yeah, speaking of food, and good food, I might add. Oh, is there any changes to the outside? I doubt it, but just wondering. No. It's a cellar. It's not gonna... Speaking of food, good food, I might add. Oh, we can finally age. Can't wait to age the cheese we get from... And speaking of good food, they finally opened up a Chick-fil-A in my area. We have gone... It's been so long since, like, we've had a Chick-fil-A. It's the first one in the entire area. There isn't one... I think the nearest one has to be... Oh, no, we're out of wheat. Alright, we're gonna have to buy some more from Marnie. The biggest... I mean, I think the only... the only Chick-fil-A around beforehand was hours away. So the new Chick-fil-A opened and everybody is hyped. Like, that's pretty much everything everybody's been talking about in my area. And I was there yesterday, and it is packed. Like, I took pictures of it. There's so many people. The lines, of course, the line is like stretching out. Japello, shake it. No. The line's stretching out all the way past the parking lot. The parking lot is full, I might add. I'm surprised I found a parking spot. Just one lone parking spot. and I found it. Look at the shears. I have a lot of stuff I should probably sell in the box. Oh, Moo doesn't produce more. Right, she doesn't. She's a cow. Dude, come on, stand still. Stand still, buddy. My inventory is full, that's why. That's my inventory's full. New viewer. Welcome to the stream. We're just over here talking about Chick-fil-A. And cheese. Pretty much just food, so if you're hungry, I'd get something to eat. I'd grab a snack. But the line is stretched out all... Yeah, I already mentioned that. The parking lot is completely full, and I pull up, and... Oh yeah, I was sending stuff to the box. I got sidetracked in my conversation. I pulled up to the parking lot, and I see 4 cop cars outside. And I get stopped by a traffic cop, basically. And he pretty much is like, I rolled out my window, and he just asked me, like, eating in or out? And I tell him in, because I kind of wanted to see what it was like inside the place. And that was just, like, freaking hilarious to me, how we got people are guided. Not just to, like, organize traffic and, whoops, not just, like, organize traffic and all that, but also because, like, all these people at Chick-fil-A at once to get what is argued to be the best chicken you can get. Is the best chicken you can get. I would imagine that some fights would break out. Like, I feel like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, there's a fight waiting to happen in here. I feel like that's what would happen. And also, more controversially, there have been talks of protests happening at the Chick-fil-A. I don't want to get too into it because I don't like to get too political, especially when I'm trying to stream. But let's just say that, Chick-fil-A is a Christian-run company. Or the owner is Christian, so they close every Sunday. And some people just don't agree. And, probably to keep people from causing a ruckus over there. All we can age though with this old wine. I can't remember, this is probably aged enough, but not officially. But yeah, anyways, that's all I'm gonna go into it, is that some people, didn't like that. And, if that's what they want to believe, then that's what they want to believe. Although I like to think of myself as a very simple guy, and when someone says that they have got really good fried chicken, then I'm gonna go and get really good fried chicken. And it was good. Before you all ask, it was really good chicken. It did live up to the name. I got mac and cheese too, and they always have waffle fries, which are awesome. Waffle fries are really good. So I lived it to the name. I'll definitely be going back there again. And I hear that, funny enough, like there were people camping out the day before it opened just to get in, and they had good reason to, because the first 100, I was told that the first 100 customers at that Chick-fil-A, they would get a free meals at Chick-fil-A for a whole year. Give me some squid. Sam's my friend in this game, and I'd like to, but it's hard to come by, but I can try. Alright, I wanted to go down into the mine, but I don't have enough energy for it right now, and I feel like I want to wait until the morning to do such a thing. Let's go and see if Abigail's walking around. I want to give her some of this amethyst I found. Nope. She's got a Super Nintendo in her room. I like that. She's got a cool room. I like her room. Let's see, where is she? I don't know what this is. It's like a weird shrine. Altar of Yoba. I think you should be able to... I feel like you'd be able to put something in it. she's not in the kitchen. Maybe she's out in the wilderness. She likes to walk around in the woods. I'm already married to Leah. Don't get any, don't get any bad thoughts. No, you can't have multiple wives in this game. You can. I think you could cheat on your spouse, but your spouse will not like that. They will find out. Like, you can't, like, you can't have, like, a secret affair or anything like that. Like, I think it just, like, ends in a... Gee, I'm not sure, to be honest. You can't perform any secret affairs. I don't know if you get divorced on the spot, if you're, like, if you're cheating on somebody, or if it's, like, you can keep it. And you can just, like, pretend you're having an affair or whatnot. I'm not quite sure, but you can get divorced in this game, and, that is pretty sad, but I wouldn't really want to... I like Leah, as a character. As a character, guys, okay? I like Leah. I feel like she would make a lot of sense to be... This sounds kind of screwed up, but I feel it would make a lot of sense that, like, a guy like Dustin here would marry someone, because they both have, like, a shared interest in nature and living off the land, and, like, they're both from a city, so they, like, have a lot in common. Because I like to play out little stories in the game and see what would make the most sense. And they're both from, like, the city, seeking a more simpler life, so I feel, they have that in common. And this was more of just, like, a thing about me, but, she also really likes to, like, sculpt and paint, and I like to do art as well, so I found that kind of funny. That didn't, like, seal the deal, and, she's, like, a nice character. She's, like, she's very simple, and she has, like, done a lot of good favors for me in the game. Like, provided me with some stuff that I needed. One more catch before we turn in for the night and do some fishing, because really, the guy who owns the tackle shop, or whatever you want to call it, closes his doors at 5. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot he closes Saturdays. Divorce, you can change wife. Yep, you can just change your wife. Or husband, if you want. They do not discriminate in this game. And you can still have children in a same-sex marriage, but it's just, adoption. But yeah, you can have a family in this game, and that's really cool. I'll fish for a little bit more. They say you can find squid during the evenings, so I think I can get that. Hopefully Sam. Hopefully for Sam. Channel pick I made. Yep, I made that channel pick myself. I guess we're gonna go into a bit of story time when we say this, but I pretty much, like, I've loved drawing since I was a little kid. I was always, like, the kid who do shit. And even though, like, back then, of course, when I was drawing in, like, 2nd grade, of course, like, I wasn't, like, I was in 2nd grade, I was 8. But, everybody liked it, and, like, I don't know if, like, I'm pretty sure I just drew like every other kid, and, like, I don't know, people liked it. Like, classmates liked it, I mean. And I don't know if I don't want to be, like, I don't want to act like I'm, like, up my own ass, and I don't want to say, like, I was well above my peers when I was drawing. Well above. I don't want to sound like that. But it's just, I like drawing, and I was, like, in middle school, elementary school was just, like, drawing doodles. In middle school, I would, like, fill entire, just, like, lined notebook paper that I was supposed to use for science and math and such, and I just, like, fill it with, like, little comic books, just, like, little graphic novels, and it was just stick people. Like, there was, let's see what Leah's got to say about tonight, the flow of delicate time. And, like, this one that I was really serious on was this little stick, excuse me, it's pretty late, I'm sorry. Was, like, this little stick figure sort of superhero comic with, like, this dude who could, like, just shoot ice out of his hands. He was like Frozone from Incredibles. And he could just like shoot ice out of his hands, and it was just like it didn't, well, of course it didn't make sense. I was in middle school. It was just him bumbling around, shooting ice at bank robbers. But still, I'd fill a notebook with it. I never finished it. Never finished it. And I'm probably not gonna, because, like, the story is it's like such a non-story. I'll probably just go to bed for the night. There's nothing else I can do. It's such a non-story. It's more of just like a series of events happening. That it's like, I don't know how I could turn it. And I'm not too into superheroes as well. Like I'm not a big fan of superheroes, excuse me. Day 14 of winter, year 3. And channel art, is that from your place? That ain't really from my place. That is from downtown of a town I live near. I live in a smaller town, but I live right outside of well, I want to say a city, but it's not quite a city. It's like a small city. It's like a small city. It's like called Appleton, Wisconsin. That's like it's like a smaller city, but still a city. There's still the downtown parts, and still got districts, and that's downtown Appleton. And I took that from just a little walkway, and I thought it was a cool picture, and I took that about 2 years ago, I'd say. And I might change it. I might draw my own border, but I don't know how good I could do that. I don't have a scanner. Should finish that comic someday. Maybe. I could revise it, but I feel that's not really what I want to work on. But there's another comic, and there's another one. Actually, we're stuck on the cellar. There's another comic that I worked on in middle school that is a lot more easy to adapt. And that wasn't stick figures. I used actual characters with bodies, arms, legs, necks, heads, noses. They had noses in the stick figure comics. But all that, of course, it was very crude, because like I said, it was in middle school. It was very crude. I forgot to buy hay. Oh, now I feel bad. Because all my chickens are mad at me. I better go do that right now before I forget about it, before I get too sidetracked in the conversation. But anyways, there's another comic, which, it's a bit more like, a bit closer to like an actual comic. It's not stick people, with people with actual bodies. And, like I said, oh, gotta wait till she opens. Fine, it gives me a good excuse to talk about the comic. I called it Fitting In. That's what I called it. I'm not really a fan of the title, but it was basically about this kid named Richard. That was the name of this kid named Richard. And, his family moves to like this little town. It's like a little small town. It's a very simple setup. All the hay they've got. All the hay she's got. Then Richard and his family moved to this little small town. And it's just about Richard finding friends. It's very simple. He finds some friends. He finds like this weird group of kids who are like, they're kind of like outsiders. They don't really fit in anywhere else. So I guess that's where the title comes in, because no one's able to fit in. And that's where the title comes from. And none of them fit in anywhere else, so they like form their own little gang. And Richard can't fit in because he's like a new kid, and he himself is very socially awkward. I don't believe I intended to make him very socially awkward. I think my whole intent was like, oh, he's nervous because he just started school, which you would be, but now that I think about it, if he's like a fairly socially awkward guy, it would make sense that he wouldn't fit in. So he just kind of joins up. He finds that they're friends despite their faults. Some of them are they're flawed in their own way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got enough. she used to age. And it's just like their little escapades. There's like this leader of the gang, which is, I guess they're like a little gang, like a little clique. And he wants to take over, he wants to like be the top dog in the school. He wants everyone to respect him for whatever reason. Didn't give him a good reason to want respect. But just like, he wanted it. And so they just like, the whole point of the story would be they would move from like clique to clique, different types of kids, they'd meet all sorts of colorful characters and like do all sorts of fun stuff, and there'd be a little like sub-episodes, I guess, where they go off and do their own things as friends. Because even then, I still convey that they were friends. They would hang out like normal friends. And, the art's very crude, but still, I look back on it now and I think about it, and it's like, I could still weave a story around that. Actually, did I feed the dog? You didn't, poor guy. I should feed him. I named my dog Otto. It's a cool name for a dog. And I named my horse, just a little tangent, named my horse Salsa. And that is a reference to Red Dead Redemption 2, because I named my horse in Red Dead Redemption 2 Salsa, so I thought it'd be kind of cute if I moved that over here. But anyways, I look back on that story now on fitting in, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff in there that I could still, like, I could weave that into, like, a story that I could feel, like, confident about. I don't know what I do with the whole, like, we gotta rule the school, because that's kind of a cliche. But maybe if it is just about, like, a group of kids who can't really fit in anywhere else, and they're very socially awkward, and that's something I can kind of relate to myself. Now, like, I used to be kind of a socially awkward kid. I like to think I've come out more of my shell as high school went on. But in middle school, elementary school, I was still, like, a fairly quieter kid. I still had friends, still did the stuff, but, just quieter. And I still, like to think that I prefer my downtime. Just why I like playing Stardew Valley. But I can relate to that to an extent, and I feel that's, like, something I could really get behind writing about. So, sell this off the Willy. That's good money. I don't know what I'm saving up for. I want to go into the frickin' mine again, but I keep getting sidetracked with other stuff. That's the thing about this game. It's like you focus on something, but then, like, other tasks get in the way. It's kind of like the fun of this game. To an extent, and the chat's been... See what's been happening. Persona 4. I saw it entirely on John Wolf. Oh! Oh, I'm subscribed to John Wolf as well, I believe. Is that what you mean by, like, the Wii? I don't think I've seen that right now, but I guess you have to fit in plenty of stories in one story to finish it up. Yeah, you do. Subplots and all that. But typically, I feel there should be at least, you don't want to overcrowd it. You don't want to end up like Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's a movie. That's an example of a movie with way too much going on. And that is not a good movie. I would not recommend that movie. I have a funny story with that movie. Funny story with that movie as well. It's a short one, so we can still go back onto the writing. But a funny story with that movie, I'll just do some fishing while I talk, because clearly I'm more comfortable with the conversations. A funny story with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is that when I was up north, like I mentioned before, we have a cabin up north, and I was up there with my dad and my brother. And my dad and my brother, they like to fish when they're up there. Despite how much I love fishing in this game, I am not much of a fisherman in real life. I don't really have the patience for fishing. And I'm not too keen on the idea of waking up early in the morning just to get on a boat. Holy crap, he is a fighter. Let me focus on this guy for a little bit, actually. No! Ah, damn it. Maybe next time. A funny story, so my mom wasn't up there, I can't remember why, maybe she had to work. But so my brother and my dad were out like on a huge fishing trip. And I was at the cabin and I was sick. Like I got sick and they were off doing something and I couldn't do it because I was sick. And like I had a huge migraine. I think I was about 13. I was about 13 when this happened. And I had like a huge migraine and I felt like I was gonna puke and like, my head was pounding. And like I was desperately waiting. For whatever reason, I was desperately waiting for like my dad and my brother to get home. Cause maybe like I was like so sick that like I like didn't want to be alone. I think just the idea of having some people there with me while I was sick kind of comforted me. And I was like so like I was like going nuts inside this cabin. And you know, I was 13, I couldn't drive anywhere. And even then, I don't like to drive when I've got a migraine. And I had to pass the time somehow. So Amazing Spider-Man 2 was on one of the like on I don't know. Ooh. More sparkling. Ooh, got some copper. Eventually in the game you can unlock a copper pan, so you can like pan for minerals in the lake. You know, just like what we did in California. Thought I mentioned that, so yes. But yeah, I thought I had to pass the time somehow, so I watched the movie. And even when I was 13, I hated the movie. I was like, wow, this is not good. And I am in horrible pain. So, I mean, I will always associate that movie with extreme pain and loneliness. Ah, man. But that's just like a little story. It's not a good movie. There's all the talk about now that Marvel just gave Sony Spider-Man back, which is, yeah, Tom Holland is still going to be playing new Spider-Man, which is good. I think he's a pretty decent Spider-Man. He's no Tobey Maguire, but he's definitely not Andrew Garfield. I mean, I know I just said like earlier, oh, I'm not into superheroes, but here I am talking about Spider-Man, but yeah, I mean, superheroes are so huge right now, like it's hard not to have like a favorite, and I really like Spider-Man. It's hard not to have a favorite, because like that's like the biggest thing in movies now is like superheroes and making a cinematic universe and all that junk. But yeah, I like Spider-Man. And yeah, like Andrew Garfield, I don't think he's a really good Spider-Man. Or like, he's definitely not really good Peter Parker, because like the whole thing with like Peter Parker was that in Spider-Man, you know, like he wasn't like the conventional superhero. Like you got Batman, you know, who's Batman, or who's Bruce Wayne. He's a millionaire businessman, you know, on the outside, he's like, you know, as Bruce Wayne, you know, he's a billionaire, he's a playboy, he's a businessman, he's a celebrity. And, you know, but, you know, he's like a detective, he's pretty badass, he's, you know, clever, he's Batman. But, you know, you got Superman, you know, he's like a reporter for the Daily Planet. And, you know, he's like got Lois Lane fawning over him. And all that stuff. Like, that's just an example. Like, Batman's a better example of, like, you know, like an ideal, I guess, like, hero. Although Superman is definitely, like... Well, Batman has more of a personality, in my opinion. But, you know, Peter Parker and Spider-Man, like, he's just kind of like he's just like an awkward, you know, kid. He's like a college student. He's kind of like a nerdy guy. You know, like, has to, like, hold down a part-time job, working for the paper, taking photos for the paper, and going to school, and all that. And then, you know, that was kind of like the appeal. It's like something like conventional. And, like, Andrew Garfield is not, like... He's just, like, too charming. He's, like, Andrew Garfield, like, he's a really good actor, but he's not, like, really good at being, like, kind of an awkward guy. He's, like, a very charming guy. He's very charming, he's very handsome and all that stuff. Like, you know... Like, Tobey Maguire is a very awkward guy. Like, he's very awkward in acting. He's really good... Tobey Maguire is very good at playing awkward people. And, like, you know, and Tom Holland is still pretty decent Spider-Man. He's very likable. I mean, I know. I mean, he is very charming, but he's not like. And I don't know. Maybe it was the script that made Andrew Garfield a bad Peter Parker or a bad Spider-Man, because I mean the writing wasn't really good. Maybe it was the writing that made it all not feel right. Wait till 9. I like to. Let's go to bed at 9. Let's not be like a. Let's not be weird and like go to bed before like at 8 o'clock. I'm watching a John video. That's just funny. Funniest stories to mature writing. I am like writing stories, man. Like like I said, I know I just got on a huge tangent about Spider-Man and the fucking movie industry. Man, that's how conversations go, you know? You can go on tangents. Okay, today we're going down in the mine. I'm gonna sell the fish. Go on a nature walk. You do you, Leah. You do you, I'll do me. Take care of the animals. Well, we will... Actually, let's put some of the stuff in the box so we can make some money at the end of the day. Some of the copper. We'll keep the coal. Actually, why not just sell the fish here? Yeah, why not just sell the fish here? I drank my coffee yesterday. It's cold now. That sucks. I'd give the amethyst to Abigail, because Abigail really likes amethyst. And I'm not talking about the Steven Universe character. Alright, chickens. Oh, no, I don't want to eat that. Especially not in front of the chickens. It's kind of screwed up. Okay. I got a little confused right there. But yeah, anyways, with like the whole story thing, I can't remember. Now I can't even remember why I got into the whole Spider-Man thing. Let's just forget that happened. But like I said, I feel I can find, even with that story, which, you know, I finished it. I did finish it. It is what makes it stand out to me. It was like the first comic I actually finished. And it wasn't like a half-assed finish. It was actually like everything, I feel like, rounded itself out. And out. And, you know, in like a way that made sense. You know, at least in a way that made sense for a comic book that was written by a 12-year-old. You know, there was like payoff. Like like one thing I was proud of myself was I read back it one day, and I was like really proud of 12-year-old me when I did this. Was like I foreshadowed something, and it paid off. And what foreshadowed, like, really helped out in the grand story. Like, what happened was Richard, the main character's little brother, is like, he was, I guess his personality was gonna be like, he was just like really big on like exploring shit and like digging stuff and treasure. You know, all cartoon characters, they kind of have like a little quirk about them. That was like his quirk. So he just like digging and like exploring and finding stuff. He was very outdoorsy and adventurous. So, you know, like at the beginning of the story, he comes up to, you know, so brother, I can't remember what I named his brother, but he comes up to Richard and he's like, yo, you want to dig with me? There's like, this town is like really old. There should be lots of like cool shit buried around here. But you know, Richard's like, no, stop. It's, you know, isn't that kind of dangerous? And then like, okay, I have to like go into a whole story about the plot now. But the whole story was that, you know, Richard finds his friends, and they're like, we want to like stick it to some like kids who've been like who bullied us in the past. We want to like stick it to them. We want to show them like, you know, what it means to like not screw with us. So like these bullies, they liked this like kid, and the bullies are basically, you know, the bully ringleader and his lackeys. And, you know, one thing they like to do is they just liked to go to like a little track and they would race bicycles, not dirt bikes. Although dirt bikes would be a lot more cooler But these are like middle school kids. Well, middle school kids ride dirt bikes, especially here in America, but you know what I mean. A bike race was more fun to me. And it's easy, and besides, like, you can pretty much guarantee that, you know, like, a lot of kids would own a bike rather than own a dirt bike, let alone, like, be allowed to use it, like, by themselves, without supervision. Although, you know, even though it's a cartoon. Okay. Okay, take this flooring. I don't think I need to buy the catalog. But I'll get 2 of these so I can decorate the rooms of the house, because I do not like the grass flooring that Leah set up. It's kinda tacky. But anyways, they were like, let's stick it to these bullies. And like their leader, she's like, we gotta show them that we're better than them. We gotta beat them at their own game. We gotta like do a bike race. So they're all like racing bikes on this dirt track, and like Richard's little brother comes up. There we go. See, that looks much better, doesn't it? That looks much better. Leah can still keep her wallpaper. She can keep it. Actually, it goes well with like the dark wood. It looks a lot more rustic. It looks more like dirt. Let me check the chat room. I'm sorry. Which game do I usually play or stream from? Stardew Valley. It's mostly Stardew Valley, but I've sometimes played Overwatch a little bit. My first stream, which was one, I'm gonna put this because I like the way this looks here, was one with no commentary, and you didn't get the full screen like this. And it was a Far Cry 5. That was the first game. That's because that's what I was playing at the time. I don't know if I would play Far Cry 5 again. Maybe I would, because it is a pretty decent game. And the setting is really cool. But, you know, I have played Overwatch. That is a game I also really enjoy. But the thing about Overwatch is, that's a game where it's easy for me to get frustrated in. Like, maybe not easy, but in certain modes it is easy for me to get frustrated. And when I get mad, sometimes I get really mad and I start saying things that I don't mean. Like, I start saying a lot of things that some people might not like, because I'm like really pissed off and I need to like get it out. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes, you know, when you're angry, you say shit that, you know, you wouldn't really say, or stuff you don't really mean. I hope you don't think I'm like insulting or anyway. But just sometimes, you know. And I don't know if, like, that's the vibe I want to go with this. Like, I don't know if I want to make this thing super serious. It'd be nice if it would, but I'd like to keep this thing as, like, a hobby for now. Like, just for now. And I don't know if that's the vibe I want to go for, is, like, being, like, a dude online who just, like, gets angry. Like, I'll admit, you know, that's fun to watch every now and again. Sometimes it's funny to watch somebody get really mad at a game. I'm not gonna lie with you there. That's more of that. But I don't know if I want to be that guy. I don't know if I want to be the guy who just, like, screams at Overwatch and, like, says a lot of bad stuff, swears a whole lot and such. I mean, I swear, but it's like, you know, it's like, it's not like, you know, it's just like, oh damn, or oh shoot, or shit like that. Like that, it's like, it's not really like stuff it's just like part of my normal conversation. I guess I'll go on fishing again. Even though the store's probably gonna close soon. Oh, I'm walking in the wall. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. But yeah, that's not really the kind of person I feel like I want to portray myself. Because, you know, sometimes, like, you know, angrier people have a reputation for being angry. You know, they're harder to approach, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like a guy who's like, I don't know, Golden Wings, like, he kind of rages a whole lot. Well, may get mad at you if you beat him in a game of Overwatch. He might get like that. I don't want to be that guy. I just kind of want to be a guy who just kind of plays games and just kind of like relaxes a little bit, you know. Just kind of talks, just like talks about random life, stuff that happens in his life, stuff that's happening all around. Doesn't want to get too argumentative. I don't want that. So like, I mean, I might do the odd Overwatch stream every now and again. I could do other games. I could like do other single-player games. I could do like Grand Theft Auto is a game I love to play, and those are really fun. That would be fun to stream. Just to like stream me playing story mode. I feel that would be a lot of fun just to give my 2 cents on what's going on. Or Minecraft, definitely. That would definitely be a good game. I know Minecraft's kind of a joke. Maybe not a joke. I don't want to say it's a joke because I actually legit love that game. But I know, you know, it's very mainstream now. It's actually gotten up. It's like rose in popularity again, which I'm more than happy that's happened because Minecraft was childhood to me. I was playing that game. Like, I remember hearing about it from a friend at school in like 2011 when it first came out. He's like, this really cool game called Minecraft just came out. And like, I played it at his house and I was like hooked. And I bought it on my laptop. And I'd go on servers and I'd play with people, and like me and my friends would get on like our Xbox 360. Yeah, we're at that time and we'd play together, and it was like so awesome. Like, I have so many childhood memories from Minecraft. Like, that is a cornerstone of my childhood. Like, I have a lot of good memories from that game. Like, really brings me back. And I would love to play that game again. And whether or not, you know, whatever I do, maybe I could, like, do creative, I could do some survival, start a farm, or maybe get a couple friends together and stream. I don't know, because there's all this stuff about the realms, Minecraft realms, which you can play with people in the friend group, and, you know, you can pretty much just, like, start your own server, which is very user-friendly from what I hear. So I might play something like Minecraft. That would definitely be something that would fit the vibe that I've got going for with this channel of relaxing games. I don't know what else. What else is a really relaxing game? I could play more story-oriented games. I don't know about Telltale games, because Telltale Games is dead, and I'm not too much of a big fan of most of Telltale's works. Not sure about Life is Strange. I'm not a big fan of Life is Strange either. Or Life is Strange 2. I don't really like those games. I don't really like the story. That's kind of like an unpopular opinion. I don't really like the story. I don't really like the characters in that game. They're kind of unlikable. Most of them. I wonder how I sound in angry, because it's so calm. My voice, when it gets angry, like, if we're talking, like, really angry, like, I am pissed angry, like, my voice will go, like, a little bit deeper and starts to, like, maybe, like, a little gravelly. Like, my voice will get a little gravelly. Like, oh, not like that, but, think like that sound. There we go. I did get it at first. But, like, think of that noise, but just a little bit deeper in, like, the form of me yelling stuff. And I'll just swear. Like, I'll just, like, swear randomly. Even, like, don't worry, no racial slurs, but I'll say some stuff that's kind of, like, even, like, that are very insensitive. And don't get me wrong, like, I don't mean it. I know the more I say I don't mean it, the more it sounds like I do, but, like, I don't. It's like, I don't want, like, I feel like, you know, if I, like, go on an angry raid like that, and, like, just, like, swear and say, like, a lot of stuff that some people might find offensive, I feel that would just, like, tarnish my reputation a little bit. Like, people would, like, see me, like, being all calm and just, like, talking about life in Stardew Valley, and they'd see me doing this, and they'd just be like, well, what the hell? Like, they just kind of feel like, they think I'm like disingenuous. Like I'm not really a nice person. And I don't know if I'm a nice guy, but it's like I like to think I am, but you know, it's just like that's kind of how I am when I'm angry. I don't like myself when I'm angry, but I can't help it sometimes. And you know, I'm trying to keep a hold of that. I mean, it used to be a lot worse back in the day. Like I used to have a lot of anger issues. Like when I was younger, like I would break shit. Like I would just break stuff. Like I once, like it'd just be toys. Like I remember grabbing a Lego bus and just like throwing it against the wall and it smashed into a billion pieces. Granted, that was kind of satisfying to watch, especially when I was angry. But you get what I mean. It's like I used to break stuff. I don't think I'd do any serious damage to the house, but I would still like throw shit. And like one thing I'd do as a little kid was I would just take pillows and blankets and I'd throw them down the stairs. I know it sounds kind of cute, and in some ways it kind of is, but just throw them down the stairs. Like I would just throw stuff and when like middle school hit, this was like later in middle school, and later middle school hit, like I would like, you know what? I don't think we're at that point yet. Like, I know I'm leading you on. Now you just like want to know what I'm talking about, but I don't think I'm at that point yet. Like this is like the first stream where I'm actually actively discussing things with chat, and I don't want to bring that information on me just yet. You might have already assumed what it is, but you ain't gonna hear it from me. And I don't think I'm there yet. I don't want to like lay down a whole bunch of information about my life on the spot, just because I'm not comfortable with that. Let's check the weather. Snow tomorrow. It's been a snowy winter in this game. Neutral. Alright. But yeah, anger used to be a lot worse. Like I would, oh my god, homework. Could road fed all the animals. Yeah, that does make my life a lot easier, thank you. That's a cool thing spouses do in this game. They actually do help out around the farm. They're not just like there as like a thing to say, oh, I got a wife. They actually like do stuff. They give you, like, you know, like you've seen throughout the stream, like they give you gifts. They'll repair the fences. Like I have hardwood fences which don't break. But if you have regular fences, they'll repair fences. They'll, you know, like what Leah did. She'll feed the animals. She'll water all the crops. She'll feed the dog. Like she'll actually do shit around the farm. It's really nice. Like I'm glad they added that. And, like your wife or your husband, they aren't just like a symbol, like a status symbol. Like oh, I'm married. They contribute. And they still have their own schedules. Like they don't just like sit around the house all day. Like Leah actually goes places. Like you know, she goes on nature walks. She goes out to places to do her sculpting. She still like has her little career, and I like that. It's very realistic. But yeah, anyways, when I get angry, it's just kind of, it's not fun. Like afterwards, like after I get angry, it's just like I feel like shit because like I didn't like that, and I think like, what did I just do? It's like, what did I just do? Why did I have to act like that over something that like didn't even matter? Look at that, 3 purple star milks. I'm like an expert farmer. Let me see what the chat's going on while I shear. Oh, nope, get back here, buddy. Keep your eyes up on these people, thank you. Hey, Sean. Thank you. That means a lot. I'm gonna have audience members, you know, have people coming in, it really does mean a lot to know, like, at least I'm not just talking to myself. Like, the people are coming in, and I like talking to people online. It's fun. I love going on streams, like, just talking to people about life. It's like, it's very therapeutic. And, you know, even if it's just like a handful of people, if I only get like 5 people on a stream and there's only 5 people in the chat, then so be it. But I mean, you know, as long as we're all having fun, we're enjoying ourselves, we're talking about life, and then like, who cares? Like, who cares how many subscribers you got? I'm not in this for the money. I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to have fun. I mean, I plan to go to college after school, for Christ's sake, right? Is Minecraft for some reason? Yeah, that's fun. I mean, you kind of are a miner. I mean, you don't have to be a miner. You could be a farmer. You could be a lot of things. But you should probably mine if you want it. You should mine, but you don't have to. That'd be a good challenge. That'd be a good Minecraft challenge. Like, no mining challenge. You can't mine. Aw. I don't know if you'd be able to do that. You have to make... Because it's like... There's a lot of things you can live with without stone. Like, you know, I build with stone, but, you know, it's cosmetic, or it's like... Coal, what? You can just, like, make coal with charcoal. You can just make charcoal out of... Not planks, but out of, like, logs. And get wood, but it's like... You need a furnace, you need a stove to do all that, and you need stone. I mean, that sucks. That would have been fun. That would have been like a fun little challenge to do. Oh, I don't mind if you sleep during the stream, I don't care. It's like if I'm relaxing, then it's like, hey, why not? Oh, frick, I ain't getting them. I mean, you know, I don't care how you enjoy the content. Like, if I'm like a little, if I'm just like something to sleep to, then it's like, I don't mind. Like, I like sleep to other YouTube videos. Normally it's not stuff with like talking, because talking tends to keep me awake, but like I like to, like, you know, my PlayStation, I got the YouTube app, and, you know, I like it, so I can put on YouTube on my TV, and I just like to put on, one thing I like to sleep to is long plays of just like video games with no commentary. Normally it's like classic games. Like lately I've been putting on like Super Mario 64 and Luigi's Mansion. That's what I've been doing. Just like long plays, no commentary. It's just like, that just kind of comforts me. Like that there's just like something going on in the background, because sometimes it can get a little, I'll admit, sometimes, you know, it gets a little unsettling when it's just like a dark room at night. There's nothing. It just comforts me to know that like there's something going on. Yeah, there were a lot of Minecraft rip-offs, especially on mobile. I remember playing on which platform? I am playing on PlayStation 4 right now. Go PlayStation. I remember playing a Minecraft rip-off back in the day too. I don't know why, because I had Minecraft on my Xbox, my computer, and even on my phone. I had it on every platform that you could get at the time. But I still remember playing a Minecraft rip-off called Eden, for whatever reason. And Eden, well, it was just a Minecraft rip-off, but a lot more boring. Eden, I was really, because like Minecraft, you know, it's like unlimited possibilities. Eden was like strictly creative, which was fine. Like when I was playing when I play Minecraft, I mostly stick to creative because I like building things. I like building like houses and such. But everything was so simplistic. All the items, they looked like Lego. Well, they didn't look like Legos, but they looked plain. It was just like simple just like flat colored textures, and like there weren't doors, there weren't windows. It's like you couldn't like put actual functional furniture in a house. Cause like part of the fun I get from like building a Minecraft house is like knowing that like you could use it, like it's a functional house. You know, you could put your furnaces, your crafting tables, beds, bookshelves, fireplace, and especially with the new updates where they've added like stuff where you can make banners and cartography stations and all that. It's like you can have like a function to the house. You can actually use it as your house. And that was like really disappointing. It's like, well, what can I do with this thing? I can build a fake house that I can't use. I mean, I'd never used the houses in Minecraft, but still, it's like, you know, that thought, you know what I mean? And I didn't play it for long. I probably only played it like every once in a while. And I just come crawling back to Minecraft because that was fun. Excuse me, Leon. What time is it now? 12:18. I can stay up for like maybe an hour or more. I'll probably keep this stream going on for like a little more than an hour, and then I'll probably go to bed. Had a pretty big day today. I was out with my friends, out with a friend pretty much all day. We went to an arcade nearby, which had like laser tag, so I put laser tag and hung out at the arcade, and then we caught like a football game. You know, my high school, they had like a football game playing tonight. So we caught like the second half to a football game, got to meet some of our friends. You know, I got to have a hot dog and some popcorn. It was really nice. A bit of a traffic jam going on here. You guys can't just walk around me. It's kind of weird. Thank you. I like how they just run off. They're really uncomfortable about the situation. But yeah, I had a pretty fun day today. I was hanging out with people, and I got something going on tomorrow night too. I'm going to like a campfire. Friends having a little fire. We do that, so get busy weekend. I don't know when the next time I'll stream, but it'll definitely be sooner. Maybe not next week, because I do start school next week. And I don't know, I feel like, maybe it depends how I feel. It depends how I feel in that week, but it's like, I feel like I would just want to kind of spend that time. But when school starts, I'd like to just kind of spend that alone time by myself. Because I'll be juggling school and work and free time for the first time in a few months. And I just kind of like some time to just, like, so to give me time to just get into the schedule. So maybe, I don't know when I'll stream next. Maybe sometime in like, maybe, I don't know, maybe like the second week of September. Sometime in like earlier September. I'll try. I'll try to see if I can stream. But yeah, really busy day. I forgot what we were talking about again. Oh, the Minecraft ripoff. Eden. Minecraft. I wonder if it's still on the App Store. Maybe. This was like back in 2000, like, this was like 2012 though, so like, this was a long time ago. So who knows if like they just took it down because it like wasn't getting anything. I mean, it was free. I don't know why it was free. I don't remember there being like any microtransactions. So I don't know how they would have made money off of it. But that game was much more simple. But not in a good way. Not in like a, you know, like, oh, Stardew Valley is a simple game. But simple in like a nice, quiet way. I mean, just like, you know, boring. Excuse me, gotta plug in my phone for a minute. I got another bone flute. Take the Gunther at the museum. Oh yeah, I can already tell. Like I can already tell. Like I'm starting to wind down a little bit. But I'll keep streaming. I'll try to stream until at least like 1 a.m. I think that's a good time. I can't. I believe I started this at about 10:30. So you know that's like a couple hours. That's decent. I'll be sure to play a little bit. I'll probably just, when I forgot to sell the fish again. Well, whatever. That just makes like all the stuff I gotta sell tomorrow more profitable. Makes me more money tomorrow. Let's put some stuff. Earth crystal, I believe. 1 a.m. Yep, 1 a.m. That's it for me. I stay up late. Like it's the summer, man. I ain't got nowhere to go tomorrow. Well, except for that campfire, but that's not happening until nighttime. It's not happening until like 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So like I'll have plenty of time to sleep in. I mean, on the average days in the summer, I've like been staying up since like 3 a.m. Like I've been staying up really late, but it's fun. There's something kind of nice about being up when everybody else is sleeping. I don't know. So quiet and peaceful in the evening. I know, right? You should see Leah starting another conversation. It's quiet and peaceful at night. I like it. Check on the kids. They're all doing good. It's 100 minutes. Wow. That is a long time. See, what's 60 plus 60? That's like 100, 112? I'm not good with math. I'm not really good with math. It's 6, but 100 minutes. It's gonna be at least like an hour and a half. Not an hour and a half. Hour and a half is 90 minutes. So it's gonna be at least like 2 hours. That's not too bad for a stream, but I'll keep going on for another hour. 9:20. It's a good time to go to bed when you're a farmer. But when school starts up again, of course I'll have to be sleeping in a little, or going to bed a little earlier for school. And days I gotta go to work. Normally on like the average school day, I mean I know this might sound weird, but normally on the average school day I'll go to bed at about midnight. And I know that sounds a little odd for a school night, but I've like slowly gotten myself used to like running on less and less sleep. Yeah, I see somebody new has joined also. I was talking about that. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to chat. Although we will be, sorry to say this, man, but we will be wrapping up a little bit shortly. Not now, in like the next hour. We'll be wrapping up a little shortly, so just so you know, I want you to be sad when it ends. Let's see what the weather's like tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be clear and sunny. It was unfortunate me. A little extra luck today. Can I learn some new recipes? I already know I make radish salad. And yeah, you can cook a lot of stuff in this game too. What's Leah got to say about this fine winter morning? Morning, Dustin. I've planted these in a little pot out back. I don't know why I said it like that. I grew that with great love and attention. Enjoy it. Thank you. She's always giving me stuff, and I like it. It's cute. She gave me some dandelions. And sometimes I like to give it back to her. I think some of these are the same thing. What does the character on the calendar mean? When there's a character on the calendar, that means it's their birthday. So this is the wizard's birthday. So today is his birthday. So if I want to give him something for his birthday, I can, which can really boost up the relationship. And this Saturday is Evelyn's birthday, but most importantly, at least for me, right now, next Tuesday is Leah's birthday. So, best to give her something good for her birthday, because, it's kind of what you do with your family. I kind of wish your kids' birthdays aren't on there, which kind of sucks. I really hope that in the future they add more detail for, like, what you can do with your kids. Because, like, it'd be really cool if they grew up, because what you see my son as right now is like a little toddler. That's as old as your kid will go. My daughter my in-game daughter has been, like, a baby for a long time now. I don't know if she'll ever grow up. It's just kind of sad. It'd be really nice if they could grow up at least into, like, childhood. At least to be like kids and you could talk to them. And, you know, it's like, I can get that that could be a little troublesome on appearance, because, you know, when you talk to a character, a little picture of them pops up. And, you know, there's, you know, multiple people you can have kids with, and chances are they'll look different. And that's true. So, you know, if, like, Concerned Ape, if he doesn't want to do that, that's fine. Like, if he feels there's bigger fish to fry, then, you know, that's cool. Just saying, it'd be really nice. Hint. Like, I personally don't think it will be much. Like, you know, I mean, depending on your skin color. You know, of course, like, I mean, you could be green or blue in this game if you want to, but it's like, you know, maybe the skin color could just be on, you know, the parent. So you could have, like, you know, kid, you know, boy sprite with light skin, boy sprite with darker skin, boy sprite with dark skin, and same with girl, and that kind of thing. And it'd just be it'd just be like a cute little detail. Like, it'd be cute to hear, like, your kid talk to you about stuff, asking questions, or maybe even just maybe, like, you could have little conversation options where you can give them advice, and, like, you can kind of steer them to who they might be. And maybe, like, one day, like, your kids can grow old, and they can pass down, and they can, like, work on the farm. And so you can choose to, like, play as them. They can get old, and maybe they, like, move out, and such. It'd be kind of awkward, though, because like, the other characters wouldn't age, and I can get that. And that leads to another question, like, then you gotta make everybody age, and that's, like, that is, like, so much to deal with. And I totally get, like, that, and maybe I'm thinking a little too far ahead. If I want to, like, deal with legacies and such, I should play The Sims. Which I do. I do play The Sims, and that's a fun game. We got some goat cheese we can age. Let's get all my inventory cleared up top so we can milk the animals, milk the cows and the goat. Oh, that's the sheep. That's the sheep. But perhaps I'm thinking a little too far ahead. For, you know, at least childhood, I guess. Or, like, maybe even teenage years. Just to see that. And it's like they could look, depending on, like, there is no, like, photo sprite of the player character. Because, you know, the player character is like a, you know, oh, I forgot to put the bucket back in the barn. Because, you know, the player character can have multiple appearances. But, I mean, you know, they're still like a sprite, so they could still have, like, the same general face structure. But that's a lot of work, and I can get why Concerned Ape wouldn't want to do it. I mean, he has shown to be, like, fully committed to put a lot of work. Like, he said he would work, like, 10 hours a day just working on this game, and not because he had to. Like, that's the killer. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to. Like, this game, like, this is, like, one of my favorite parts about the game, is this game was purely a passion product. This game is not made by a company. It's made by a guy. It's made by a guy who loves video games. And he made the game by himself. He would stay up night after night, hours a day, working on the game, while juggling other responsibilities. And this was like refined. Oh, I have plenty of refined quartz at the house. Oh yeah, the store's closed on Wednesdays. That's kind of inconvenient. And this game comes from nothing but pure, like, just passion and just, like, love for making games. And maybe that's a reason why it's, like, so good, in my opinion, just because, like, there was no corporate meddling. And, like, this can turn into an argument about, like, how much the corporation should have an artist's depiction. Like, we'll get that refined quartz quartz for Caroline. No, corpse. Get that for Caroline. She'll pay me some little money. Leah is my wife. Leah's the wife. My daughter isn't growing. The baby forever. It's actually happened before, you know. There's actually there was, unfortunately, this girl had passed away a couple years back. There's this family, I believe they're over in Minnesota, which is like somewhere in the U.S. if you're from overseas. Now I gotta find where Caroline is. Frick. There's a family somewhere in the U.S. and they had this daughter, and she was, at the time of them filming this document. Oh, there she is. Here's her refined quartz. There you go. Hello, Dustin. You brought me the item I asked for. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Here's what I owe you. Do everything in your phone. If not, we might be able to help you out. Nice. It's a piece of cash. What does Emily have to say? I wish someone would bring me a peppermint coffee. Don't even bother. I know you won't be able to make one. You're right, I won't. Thank you. Emily's a little rude. But apparently the more you, like, increase your relationship, like, she becomes, like, a better character. That is a cool thing about the characters when you form relationships. Like, they actually kind of, like, have their own little stories. Like, not every character is just, like, they're not just, like, there to be there. They actually have, like, their own backstories, and, like, you know, a lot of characters are related to each other. And they have their own friends, and they have their own problems to deal with, and they have their own little character arcs the more you get to know them. Like, let's find a character here. Let's find who am I? Shane, this guy right here in the blue. Like, his whole, like, problem is that he's actually, like, an alcoholic. And, you know, maybe it could help, maybe it would help if he had a friend. Like, just saying, like, that's just, like, a thing. And I love that about this game. Alright, I think I'm gonna go fish again, because it's just a nice thing to do while we talk. But I'm gonna fish in, like, this little lake right here in the woods. Pick up that crystal fruit. You never know when you might need it. Actually, is the gypsy here? Nope. Because it's actually in this, like, blank spot right where I'm using my mouse. Or arrow. There's, like, a little gypsy wagon, and she's, like, a traveling merchant. I mean, I don't know if she's really a gypsy. I just call her the gypsy, because she's, like, a gypsy wagon. But she's, like, a traveling merchant, and she sells, like, exotic items. Where's the game guy developer from? I believe he is from America. Like, he's from the U.S. I don't know where in the U.S. I don't know. I think maybe Washington, or I had trouble saying Washington. It's Washington. Sorry. I think from Washington or Oregon. I think somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. I think somewhere in that area, but I may be wrong. I mean, I may be wrong. But he is from the U.S. Okay, I forgot to mention about the girl who wouldn't grow up. So there was this family from his, and at the time they recorded this documentary, this girl was, like, I believe 16 years old. And she had two older sisters and one younger sister. And she had some kind of condition with, like, her chromosomes or something. Not her chromosomes. What's the gene that makes you grow? Hormones. With her hormones or something that did not make, she would not grow past, like, I know it sounds like something out of fantasy, like something out of, like, a Disney movie or something, but this really happened. You can look it up, like, The Girl Who Won't Age. That's, like, a real documentary. And she would not grow up past, like, a few months. And so she was, like, 16, but if you looked at her on the street, you'd think she was, like, a baby. She was a baby. She was still in a stroller. She still sleeps in a crib. She wears little clothes. She still uses diapers. I can't recall. I don't think she looked completely like an infant. Like, not like, you know, you would think. I think she looked like I don't want to be mean, but she did look like a little off. Of course, because it's not, like, natural. You know, it's not natural for you to stay looking like an infant for your entire life. But you looked a little off, but still, you could, like, say... And it was so weird, like, I thought it was, like, the weirdest thing. Because that's, like, something you didn't think would be possible, but no, it's, like... And she was, like, there was literally nobody... There was probably, like, if there were, it's probably, like Doctor said, it's probably, like, a handful. There's probably, like, a handful of people in the world who have, like, this condition. And it's, like, you could probably, like they said, like, the doctors said, like, you'll probably count the number of people who've had this thing, like, with one hand or something like that. Just, like, how improbable it is. And, you know, and there were a lot of doctors who were, like, going around, and they were, like, saying, this girl right here may be the key to immortality. You know, that kind it sounds like a movie cliche, but, like, they were saying that, like, she could be the key to immortality, to not aging. Which, I mean, I know it sounds, you know, kind of like a cliche supervillain thing. Ooh, wow, jewelry. Elvish jewelry. Dirty, but still beautiful. On the side is a flowing script thought by some to be the ancient language of the elves. No elvish bones have ever been found. Interesting. Or how much I could sell that for. Gee, you know what, maybe I can just donate. Maybe I'll donate that to the museum. I'll take that to the museum. I'll be like a good guy, and I won't be greedy. I got plenty of money. I'll catch one more fish and then I'll head back home for the day. But yeah, anyways, like, I know it sounds kind of weird to say that she was the key to immortality, but I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's not the wrong possibility. Like, there had to have been something in her body that, like, prevented her from aging. Like, I'm not a doctor, or like a geologist, not a genealogist. I don't know. See, I don't even know the word. I don't even know the proper word. But, like, yeah, you know. Yeah, I guess it's like kind of a growth disorder, I guess you could say. But it's like even like in the mental department, like like it wasn't just physically, like mentally, she did not age past like a few months. She still like acted like like a kid who like a 12-month-old, like a year-old kid. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell. Like, you would barely be able to tell the difference. And even if, you know, like I said, even if you noticed that she had, like, a little bit of, like a little, you know, a little something off in, like, the looks, you could still just chalk it up to, like, oh, maybe she just has, like, you know, like a deformity or something. You know, like some people, some people ain't born perfect. No one's born perfect. Anyone guess? Like, the dad. He, like, this is kind of funny, like, he put her picture on the fridge, and on tape to the fridge was $100 bill, and he's like, and when guests would come over, like, he'd, like say, guess how old she is in this picture, and, like, whoever would guess the exact age of her, of the girl, like, they'd get that $100 bill. Like, just a funny thought. And, you know, the dad was, like, he was very committed to, he was, like, he was really, like, he would catalog, like just, like, her condition and, like, everything she was going through, like, all the problems and how that would help. Like, he was really, you know, like, I got a lot of respect for that guy. He was really committed to, like, helping his daughter out and seeing, like, what was, like, causing her to be like that. And you don't gotta worry, like, it's not like she was suffering or anything. Like, she was, like, she would, like, of course she'd kind of, you know, have, like, that little stare that infants got, where they're just really curious about the world, but, you know, it's like a curious stare. What was he saying on the TV? If you really want to make someone happy, give them their favorite gift on their birthday. Trust me. Yep, Leah's birthday's coming up. She got me coffee. I don't think I drank my last one. I feel bad. I feel bad for... This feels like I got sitcom set up. Dear Dustin, wow, what is this? I would like to give you some information about an upcoming event. Oh, the Feast of the Winter Star. This is like the Christmas. There's like little holidays in the game too that you celebrate, which is really cool. It's a time for the community to come together and think back on all the good fortune we've had this year. A favorite tradition is the secret gift exchange, where everyone in town is randomly assigned to someone else. So it's, Secret Santa. On the day of the festival, everyone brings a gift for their secret friend and surprise them with something special. This year, your secret friend is Sebastian. Don't tell anyone. The feast will take place on the 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the town square. See you then, Mayor Lewis. Alright, Sebastian, I gotta think. What would Sebastian want? Sebastian he's like, I don't know him in the game. Yeah, he's like this kind of emo kid he's like the local emo kid, which is kind of weird. So I can't tell anybody. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I mean, I know that little kiss is kind of cute, but it actually does keep the relationship, keeps the relationship up. But that's the Dance of the Winter Stars. So that's like one of the holidays that's coming up. Yeah, divorce is a birthday gift. Oh, that'd be horrible, man. Nah, I don't want to do that. I like Leah, I like her, I think she's like a really cool character. Alright, you know what? I think I'm just gonna quit going to town. And I'm just gonna sell what I've got right now, and I'll tend to the animals later. Yeah, I know you can. I wonder what happens to my kids. Like, do I keep the kids? Oh, it's locked? Oh, it's not open yet. It's still 8 a.m. Don't open till 9. I don't know what happens to your kids if, she takes them, or if you still get to keep them, just be like a single dad, or a single mom. I don't know. But yeah, about this kid, unfortunately, she had passed away recently. I think her condition there was something internal going on within her, because, her body wasn't growing. So unfortunately, the poor kid did pass away, which kind of sucks, because, well, it's like, you could tell the family really loved her. And, she was a part of the family. She was, still their daughter, she was still their sister and all that. Even if, because, you love your family, you know that. It sounded condescending, hey, you love family, She love family. See what happens to the kid. No, I'm not kidding, I don't want to do that. Let's donate to the museum real quick, I want to give out some. I can't give him the jewelry. Huh. Oh, I already gave him the jewelry. I already found another ring. Well, I might as well. New reward, awesome. I might as well give him something. So this is the museum where you can find stuff. I think we'll have one section dedicated to art, to crystals. I'll give an amethyst. They'll have this little stone fireplace room dedicated to just crystals. I'll have this middle area right there. Oh, heck yeah! So I got a flute box, plays a flute sound when you walk past. A night on Echo Hill. Can we place inside your house? Get a picture. That's nice. I love decorating the house. But yeah, I'd like to get them. I don't want the museum to feel very cluttered, just it's full of junk. I want this area to just be basically old artifacts from time gone by. And there's scrolls you can collect. I want this little area right here to just be for scrolls. And this could just be for crystals. I don't know what these two could be. I guess just more ancient artifacts. let's head over to. Oh wait, I wanted to. Excuse me, it's getting late. Head over to the blacksmith. Head over to Clint's shop. Oh, I can't sell the jewel. Maybe. You think Leah would like some of that old jewelry? Maybe. I'd like it. Someone gave me like a ancient piece of jewelry from like it's highly valuable, thousands of years ago, hundreds. Like I'd take that. I love that. I don't want to stop him for nothing. I'll get that. Actually, hoping to this. You can also upgrade your tools here. Let's see if I can upgrade my pickaxe. 5 iron bars, and I got enough money. Alright, let's check out the house. Let's see how much iron I've got, and I can smelt some of that in iron bars. Cause you can buy the ores if you don't want to like go mining. But you know, we've been mining a little bit recently, and I'd prefer not to have to pay for it as much as possible. Prefer to save up all my money just for the pick. And actually, speaking of that Christmas tree, since basically Christmas is coming around, I think it'd be about time to decorate the house a little bit. Because there are holiday decorations you can buy. You can buy jack-o'-lanterns and, little flower pots for the spring and all that. It'd be really fun. Like these little things right here, these are flower pots that I'll put outside. Someone seems sleepy. Yeah, I am pretty sleepy. It's been a bit of a day. I was out doing stuff. I'm pretty. Let's see how much iron I got. No. Oh wait. There's something in here. See, nothing in here. Actually, I could donate this quartz. I could donate the diamonds, the jade. Let's see if maybe I could do the prismatic shard. Those things are cool. Lunarite, yes, definitely. See, there's like the jack-o'-lantern. Let's see. Oh, I found a skull. Look, I got all types of stuff lying around my house. Here we go. I can decorate. Put up a Christmas tree in the house. That time of year. Most wonderful time of the year. Just like Christmas, you just gotta move your stuff around the house a little bit. Right there, isn't that nice? That's nice, right in front of the TV. Everybody can enjoy it. The whole family can have fun. Eli likes it. Puts down this little black and white little bonus room, I guess. Let's get rid of this torch. I don't think we need it. Oh, not the red. Oh, I can't move it. That's cool. I like to think of this area as like a little game room. Maybe we got like a little console. Maybe we can play video games on the TV. I don't know. Got this cool skeleton sculpture. I love this thing. I got this as a reward from the museum. I love it. I love the skeletons. These are really cool. What do you think of our tree, Leah? Be careful out there. Sometimes I worry about you falling into a mine shaft. You can't do that in this game, don't worry. Stay at Minecraft. Alright, let's head off to the museum. We'll take my horse this time. Go on a little faster. And we'll go donate some more stuff to Gunther at the museum. I'm sure he'd appreciate it, get some more rewards. Oh, I forgot to put the picture up. Wonder where I'll put it. Maybe I'll put that up in the bonus room. Or maybe the kids' room. Maybe the kids would like it. I guess it's not really a museum, it's more of like the library. Well, a library slash museum. So the prismatic shard that can go here. Let's see, it's got a nice cloud, I like it. It's a quartz. Nice diamond. It's jade. Reward, heck yeah. So let's go take a look at what that looks like. You can expand your home, yep. When you start the game out, you start off with basically just a small little cabin. And you have to buy upgrades to upgrade your house, so eventually you will get like I think the second upgrade gives you... I think it gives you it gives you like a bedroom, so like, you know, yeah, bedroom, a little living room, and a kitchen. A small kitchen though, it's really small. And the third upgrade, that gives you a bigger kitchen, a bigger living room, and the upstairs, which is like the little bonus room, and the kids' room, the second bedroom. So, and that's also like a requirement. So if you want to have kids, you have to have like at least a level 3 house. So you know you can have a room. You can have room for the kids. Look at that. Looks nice. Oh, you can read stuff about this. I didn't know you could do that. Ruby, a precious stone that is sought after for its rich color and beautiful luster. Let's read this. Amethyst, a purple variant of quartz. Fire quartz, a glowing red crystal commonly found near hot lava. Prismatic shard, a very rare and powerful substance of unknown origins. Good thing it's at the museum. There'll be something to bring people there. Lunarite. The cratered white orbs form a tight cluster. Quartz, a clear crystal commonly found in caves and mines. Diamond, a rare and valuable gem. Jade, a pale green ornamental stone. What do they say about the scrolls? Dwarf Scroll 1. A yellow scroll of parchment filled with dwarven script. This one's tied with a red bow. Oh, it doesn't really say what's in it. Chewing stick. Ancient people chewed on these to keep their teeth clean. Trilobite. A long extinct relative of the crab. Arrowhead. A crudely fashioned point used for hunting. Chicken statue. It's a statue of a chicken on a bronze base. The ancient people of this area must have been very fond of chickens. Amphibian fossil. The relatively short hind legs suggest some kind of primordial toad. Elvish jewelry, dirty but still we already read this. Prehistoric tool. Some kind of gnarly old digging tool. Dried starfish. A starfish from the primordial ocean. It's an unusually pristine specimen. Musty spoon. A plain old spoon. Probably 10 years old. Very interesting. Well, if it's only 10 years old, it's really historic. Ancient drum. It's a drum made from wood and animal skin. It has a low, river-bearing tone. Prehistoric vertebrae. A segment of some prehistoric creature's spine. Skeleton tail. It's pretty short for a tail. It was a dog tail or a cat. Rusty spur. An old spur that was once attached to a cowboy's boot. People must have been raising animals in this area for many generations. Chipped amphibia. An ancient vessel made of ceramic material, used to transport both dry and wet goods. Prehistoric hand axe. One of the earliest tools employed by humans. This crude tool was created by striking one rock with another to form a sharp edge. Bone food. It's a prehistoric wind instrument carved from an animal's bone. Bone. Produces an eerie tone. I'd like to hear that eerie tone. Alright. think that's enough time at the museum for once. Oh. If I find any more interesting stones, I'll be sure to bring them to Gunther, get some nice rewards. Kinda rather have that over the money. Just like fun stuff to put around the house. I'd love that. I think we need more fun stuff. Like just more really cool stuff, you know? Alright. Just check up on the cellar one last time before heading off to bed. In game and in real life, I am really tired right now, and probably tell by how I'm yawning and I'm starting to talk less, cause you know, like I said, I'm tired. I never realized how big the Christmas tree was. It's kind of cool. Everybody in home is sleeping except me and Leah, but yeah, you find stones from the mine usually. Mostly from the mine, but there is a quarry you can go to. You have to unlock it in the game, but there is a quarry you can find stones. And sometimes when you're fishing, you can collect treasure. Or sometimes if like you're really lucky, this is very, you know, very unlikely, but you can dig it out from the ground, so it's, you know, like buried treasure. Ay, 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 she's yawning. I should probably get some real sleep. Because my voice, I can hear it in my voice, my throat is telling me not to talk, so I'm gonna save the game. Actually, let's put up this picture before we go to bed, or at least before I go to bed for the night. I don't know about you. I don't know about you all. Does that look good? And should we put more? I don't know. What else could this? I'm thinking maybe our bedroom. I feel like, oh, that's nice. That's actually really nice. The cityscape picture, that looks really cool. I like that one, but I feel like it would look. I feel like, yeah, I like this in the living room. It fits better. I think that fits more in, and I think the city picture fits more into the bonus room. Just cause like that's more of like fun. This is like more of the rustic area of the house. So yeah, I'm gonna get some real life sleep and not just in-game sleep. And so who knows when I'll stream? Maybe, I mean, the more I think about it, maybe I'll stream sometime in the next couple days, sometime soon. I don't know. At least in like a couple weeks. I will stream in the next couple weeks. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling. So, day 19 of winter is when we'll come back. I might play a few days off camera. Just so we can get through winter because, I mean, once spring starts up, then that's when things are going to get real interesting. That's when we're going to have a lot to do. Alright, well, I'm going to call that a day call that a stream, correct my knuckles, job well done. So I hope all of you who decided to drop by, I hope you enjoy the stream. You know, thank you so much for heading up here. It really means a lot to me to just like sit around and play games, talk to people. Just kind of, all you guys have a good night, good morning, good day, wherever the heck you are in the world. And I'll see you all whenever. Bye.